always been a little bit different, doing things my own way. But when you came along, that all changed. You tore down these big old walls, wrapped around my heart of stone. Your sweet love turned this house into a home. Life with you might have ups and downs. I can't believe what I found. The missing piece to my heart. You changed me to become a better man. Everything that I've been through was worth it just to get to you. Life with you might have ups and downs. I can't believe what I found. The missing piece to my heart. You changed me to become a better man. Girl, you never know what you mean to me. Someday I'm gonna buy you a ring. Life with you might have ups and downs. I can't believe what I found. The missing piece to my heart. You changed me to become a better man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
In those eyes a storm does brew, but she won't let it show. Carries the weight of a heavy load. In silence she tends to grow, through the good times and the bad. She stands tall, won't let it drag. She's been quiet, keeping it all in, not one to share her blues. Handles pain with a hidden grin. Her heart's got its own truths. She doesn't call, doesn't cry, just keeps on moving strong. But her soul, oh, it whispers in the night. She's a fighter, hidden in plain sight. Never asking for a shoulder, never needing a hand. She's got the heart of a lion in this land. In the quiet moments she finds her peace, with the stars as her guide. she'll never ease. Morning sun, another day begins. She faces it alone. No one sees the battle within, but she's tougher than they know. And when the rain falls down, she doesn't drown, she finds her ground. With dusty boots and a worn out heart, she keeps on riding through the dark. Silent strength in every step she takes. For her own sake, she'll never break. But her soul, oh, it whispers in the night. She's a fighter, hidden in plain sight. When the night is long and the road gets rough, she holds her head high, she's made of tougher stuff. Walks through fire, doesn't make a sound. In a world that's heavy, she won't be bound. And when the shadows loom near, she conquers every fear. But her soul, oh, it whispers in the night, hidden in plain sight. Never asking for a shoulder, never needing a hand. She's got the heart of a lion in this land. Through the valleys and the peak, her silence speaks volumes, can't you see?
His name is Larry Chamberlain. That is called Silent Strength. And before that, another great tune called Missing Piece. And we'll have one more from Larry Chamberlain here in just a moment. Welcome to a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And we are live on our website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight, too. I've got Mr. Wade Jennings going to be with me at the bottom half of hour number 1. At the bottom half of hour number 2, Miss Terry Knight is going to join the program from Texas, and we're going to have a good time on the radio. You're going to hear 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That is how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you tuned in. You can tune in on YouTube Live, and that is at KICR Indie Country Radio. I'm on my personal Facebook account on Facebook Live, and got lots of folks tuned in over there as well. Man, this is good to hear and see at the same time. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replayed this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also from Belgium. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, LakeParadiseRecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label. You can also check us out on TV. We are on CanyonStar.tv. We're on the YouTube channel at KICR Indie Country Radio. Also, the show goes over to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Pandora, Apple Podcast. Wherever you stream music, you can search The Tim Kelly Show, and you will be listening to what I call New Country's Best. The third one in the triple play for Larry Chamberlain is called Dust Trail Memories on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
You laughed, caught my eye, no surprise. Summer nights, fireflies, just me and you. Knew from the start our hearts would stay true. Pick up rides and sunsets fade hand in hand. This country love is part of our plan. Since the barn dance, saw you in that sundress, took my heart and took my hat. Girl, how do you do that? Got me wondering where you've been at. Oh, This old truck knows your road by now. Dust trail memories can't slow down. Front porch sitting, sipping sweet tea in the dust. Your head on my shoulder, just us. Crickets sing our love song, night so calm, wrapped in each other, right where we belong. No city lights could ever compare to this simple life we share. Just the rising and running under hay. You can say, can he pace it over there on them tears? Summer days and autumn haze, side by side, through every season, you're my ride or die. From hay bales to fishing tails, all day long. Our kind of love is strong. Dirt roads to where the wildflowers lie. We find our heaven under this vast sky. No city lights could ever compare to this simple life we share. There's some morning, saw you in that sundress, took my heart and took my hat. Girl, how do you do this? Got me wondering where you've been at. Oh, this old truck knows your road by now. From the creek's edge to the open fields, this love we've got, it's so real. Dancing in the barn, stars are high, lost in the rhythm, just you and I. Harvest moon, midnight glow, holding tight, never let
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
J. Michael Adams, 35, Kentucky born, and he survived by his wife and his 3 boys. Good Lord. Plain wooden casket, peace lilies in a wicker basket. Dry eyes is no surprise, he was living on borrowed time. Who did it? Who done did it? Somebody took one for the team. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His blood's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in peace. His mama's still crying, and the preacher keeps on lying. No, he was not a man of God, 'cause he'd been called too many times. He was a thief and a cheater, a natural born deceiver. But the moment that he beat her, his ass was mine. She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His blood's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. whisper on the devil's telephone. You don't gotta watch the news, just sit down and place your order. Specials up on that chalkboard, and something's brewing in that corner. They pour their coffee and get their tea, but you didn't hear it from me. That sugar in his cup ain't the only thing he's stirring up. Says he saw my cousin Kelly get out of someone else's truck. She looked tired and she looked sweaty, and her husband gets back this week. But you didn't hear it from me. Drink it up like water, come and get your fill. These tales keep getting taller. Run that rumor mill. You know what you do, you assume before you even know the truth. Every lie you tell is like poison in the well. Word got round to her husband, and now he's taking her to court. He ain't buying what she's selling, now he's filing for divorce. I heard he's taking everything, but you didn't hear it from me. Well, here's what really happened, it's not what you all believe. Her tire blew out on 30, and she was wrenching in that heat. The truck pulled up, said jump in, 'cause I'm headed where you live. Drink it up like water, come and get your fill. These tales keep getting taller. Run that rumor mill. You know what you do, you assume before you even know the truth. Every lie you tell is like poison in the well. That fire don't need stoked, so keep those loose lips closed. It all starts with a whisper on the devil's telephone. Drink it up like water, come and get your fill. These tales keep getting taller. Run that rumor mill. You know what you do, you assume before you even know the truth. Every lie you tell is like poison in the well. It all starts with a whisper on the devil's telephone.
That is called Poison in the Well, and before that, another great song called Rest in Peace from Taylor Austin Dye. You can check out the video to all of those on her YouTube account. Taylor Austin Dye is amazing, and she's going to be performing this Saturday night in Springfield, Missouri at the Southbound Bar and Grill, and yours truly is going to be going over there and meeting her. We're going to take some pictures together, and we're going to watch a great performance of Taylor Austin Dye. Join us at the Southbound Bar and Grill this Saturday night. She takes the stage at 8 p.m. Central Time, and it's going to be a fun show. I'm excited to see her. That'll be my first time getting to see her. I interviewed her last April, I believe it was. One of the biggest shows that I've done interview-wise, and lots of people tuned into that one, so it's going to be great to meet that young lady. Her latest single is called Pharmacy. We're going to play that next, and then I'm going to have our first radio interview of the evening with the great Wade Jennings. He is up next after Taylor Austin Dye and Pharmacy on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Trading Jack for a little white cap on an orange bottle. Self-medicating, ain't cutting it lately, need something stronger. Doctor said I'm just depressed, avoid the things that cause me stress. I might feel some side effects, but that's a risk I'll take. It'll take more than a prescription. And now I'm here fiending for the rush she gave me. Man behind the counter says to only take it as directed. I can't lie, you know I'm tempted to take the whole damn thing. It'll take more than a prescription to feel what I've been missing. Just trying to get my fix in, one dose at a time. You got me hooked even though it hurts. Strung out everything we were. Ain't no remedy to undo what you did to me. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. If I'm numb, it's only temporary. It'll take more than a prescription to feel what I've been missing. Just trying to get my fix in, one dose at a time. You got me hooked even though it hurts. Strung out everything we were. Ain't no remedy to undo what you did to me. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. Ooh, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need the whole damn
Tim
pharmacy.
Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio. It is Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row tonight. But first of all, I've got a great radio interview. We get to hear the stories behind these next 3 songs. Country music singer, songwriter, and recording artist from Nashville, Tennessee, Wade Jennings is with us on the program tonight. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. How you doing, brother?
Me too. Glad to have you on the program, man. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Oh, you bet, brother. Anytime, man.
Absolutely. You got some great music. This new Jekyll and Hyde album is fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing your music.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We put everything we had into this one, man. It's all over the place.
Boy, yeah, sounds good. Sounds like you're going to be all over the place, too, especially starting in September of this year. You're going to be doing a tour based out of Los Angeles. You're going to be going to Las Vegas and a lot of other locations yet to be announced.
Oh, yeah. I've signed up with Mobile Recovery, and we're going to be doing a lot of things to help with sobriety in this country, and that's what we're trying to push for.
Yep, that is awesome. And that's kind of the story of your life, of the 43 years it says that you've been on this earth. You know, you were in that world for about 38 years, so congratulations on your recovery.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was actually in it about 27 years, but all the prior years before that was pretty dark, you know, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my drug addiction went on forever, and
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be out of it, man, by the grace of God.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you're, recovering through your music too, aren't you? Because this is something that's going to help a lot of other people. But, music is therapy. Country music especially tells the great stories that it does, and you're going to be able to help a lot of other people through this mobilized recovery program.
That's the plan. I'm really hoping to, man. I'm trying to use my recovery to help other people recover. Because, man, I'm telling you this right now, if I'm able to do it, just about anybody can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is encouragement right there. Well, you worked in the cotton fields for about 10 years out there in Texas, and I was telling you off the air that I took a tour out there when I sold insurance all over that state, and I got to meet your great uncle, James Jennings, a long time ago, and he's just a real good guy.
Oh, man, he's one of my favorite humans, man. Him and his brother, Bo, I was really close with both of them. I still am with James, but they're just hard-working Texas boys, man. They've always been that way. They're really good folks.
Yeah, right. And speaking of hard work, and I guarantee you the cotton fields aren't easy work either. You did that for 10 years. That's hard work, isn't it?
No, that's real hard work.
Yep.
But I tell you what, it ain't as hard as the music business.
Boy, isn't that the truth? You went from the firing pan to the fire in that one, didn't you?
I sure did.
Yep.
I sure did.
Well,
it's been worth it, though.
Yeah, and your music is fantastic, too. You got some great musical influences, too. I'm looking at some great names. You've also got Jamie Johnson, Leonard Skinner, the Marshall Tucker Band, Chris Janson, T. Graham Brown. He was just here in Branson not too long ago.
Oh, T. Graham?
Uh-huh. Yep.
He's a good old boy, man. I love him a lot. I got to spend some time with him last year. We did the Keith Whitley memorial concert.
Uh-huh.
We'll do it again this year, next week, as a matter of fact. But nobody told me he'd be headlining it. And, you know, I got to hear him do Wine in the Water live, and it hit me so hard. I've been doing it live in my shows ever since.
Man, that is awesome. I got to interview, and headliner was Jesse Keith Whitley last September the 30th at Freedom Jam USA, just outside of St. Louis, and I got to meet him and hang out with him too. So Keith Whitley and Lori Morgan's son, he's a good dude too.
Yeah, he's a really good friend of mine, man. I'll be seeing him next weekend. We'll be out there I'm doing a celebrity golf tournament with him and Jamie.
There you go.
And we're doing the Keith Whitley Memorial. I'm doing a couple of my grandfather's songs for it. And then I'm going to do a bunch of my own songs out at the Red Roof Inn whenever we get done. 'Cause they do they rent the entire Red Roof Inn out there, and they have a big old Keith Whitley party for like days and a ride and all kind of stuff.
Man, that sounds like fun. Well, tell Jesse Keith that Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show said hello. Love that guy, man. He's awesome.
Sure will, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. And so let me ask you this. At what point in your life did you say, hey, I decide I do want to do something in music? And, man, I'm glad you did.
Well, it's been a long time ago, man. My mama got sick. And, you know, me and my mama, we really bonded through music throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She'd always heard me sing my heart out, you know. It was always behind closed doors. It was never in public. It was just me and her, you know, and my brother. And I'd sing along. We'd play Farkle and, you know, stuff like that, dominoes and Yahtzee.
Uh-huh.
And on her deathbed, she asked me if I'd do something with music. She said, son, you're really good and you can do this. And I said, I'll do what I can, Mama.
Wow.
And I tried my best, threw myself at the wall to see if I stuck. And I guess I did. It took a long time to stay stuck, but I got her.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, and look at you now, touring all over the country.
Yeah, touring all over the world, man. I've been
All over the world.
It's been great.
Making your mama proud. Well, you're getting heard all over the world tonight, too. This show is syndicated on at least 10 stations, and we got 3 in Belgium. We got Ireland. We got Denver, Colorado. We got Germany. We got a bunch of them.
Well, that's good to hear, man. I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, I guarantee you they will. You used to play, and maybe still do play, for a Dirt Rock Empire band, too. Is you still doing that?
Dirt Rock Empire is the label I'm signed to.
That's the label. Okay.
It's a label that the Lacs own. I don't know if you know who the Lacs are. They're a country rap group, and they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing this probably longer than any other country rap group out there, but they're really good folks. Brian and Clay, they took me under their wing, and Brandon United is the guy that runs the label. And we do a lot of work together. We've been working together for about 3 years, and I've really enjoyed it, man. Dirt Rock Empire has really brought me a long way, and I'm super appreciative to them.
That is awesome. It says in your bio about 4 years ago, by the grace of God, you have a beautiful wife, and I think I saw 6 children. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Congratulations on all of that. Man, there's nothing better than having that family support behind you when you're trying to do this thing in country music, is there?
There ain't nothing better at all. The thing about it is that I've got like a really fine line I'm trying to ride here, because I want to be a very present, a very good dad,
yeah,
you know, and a very good husband. Super faithful to my wife. I love my children more than anything, you know, next to God, you know.
Yep.
I've been able to keep the balance, you know what I mean? I go out every weekend, I play, I put a lot of time and effort into the content we put out, but then I come home to my family and I show them that I'm here, and I want to be a very present father and love my kids and my wife with all my heart.
That is awesome. Last month was Father's Day in June. I hope you had a great one.
Oh, we did, man. We all packed up and we flew down to Texas. I went to the family reunion, and I went and saw my daddy's grave. Hung out with my stepmom for a little while,
mm-hmm.
and it was really a fulfilling weekend, man. I had a great time. My kids got to go visit your grandfather at his resting place, and
yeah,
you know, it was really good. It was very little tears and a whole lot of smiles, man. I loved it.
Man, nothing better than that. And it says you have a booming baritone voice. I can already hear that just talking to you. I've heard your music. That folks are going to figure that out here in just a little bit. But it says you've got a voice as big as Texas. Man, they do it big in Texas in country music, don't they?
They do, man. They do everything bigger in Texas. That's all there is to it.
You know, the Canadians and Texas is probably the 2 biggest places I get my music from. I've been doing this show since you started. I started probably about the same time as you in music, about 2012. I started this show back in May of 2012.
Yep, you've probably been doing it just a couple months longer than me then, because I started around September of 2012.
Yep.
That's when my mama passed away.
Mm-hmm. You know,
as soon as my mama passed away, I hit the ground running, man.
There you go. You know, I've been playing the Independents for all of that time. Well, pretty much the Independents. We were playing like Tyler Farr and Cole Swindell and some of those guys, and the independent artists kept coming to me and saying, "Hey, you're really good. Would you play my music?" And it just kind of went from there. And I get so much music now, I don't even have to go looking for it. In fact, Jason from your media company is the one that I want to give a big shout out to as well. JWA Media for setting up this interview, and he found me, and he's promoted Bree Carter. I've got her interview coming up, and then you as well. So that's some good stuff. He's working with some good artists.
Yeah, Jason's great, man. He's been around. He's been around a lot. He used to work with T. Graham Brown. He used to work with Tom Wopat.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a really great guy. Plus, he served our country well.
Yep.
And I just love the guy, man.
Awesome.
Jason's a great guy.
I got to interview Tom Wopat's buddy in the Duke of Hazzard, John Schneider, too. He was here in Branson for a while doing some shows.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You know, I got a childhood memory from Branson, Missouri. I don't remember exactly where it was because I was a kid, but there's this lodge there that has an endless pool in it.
Uh-huh.
It's got like this stream that goes through it that they've never found the bottom to.
Wow.
And it's got a bunch of cabins that's got a bunch of country music stars plaques on the front of them. But, you know, I stole my grandfather's golf cart one time out there and took off. And when he found me, he was like, "Don't you ever do that again." But that all happened in Branson, Missouri, man. I remember it.
You know, I worked at a resort one time, and they told us if somebody steals those golf carts, it's considered Grand Theft Auto. That's an automobile.
Yeah, that is. But I wasn't but like 8 years old, so I don't think they're going to charge me too much.
Okay.
Not to mention I was Waylon's grandson. I don't think they're going to charge me.
Yep, exactly.
For that.
They'll let you slide with a warning.
Yeah, maybe. Let's have a guy down the highway or something. I don't think it would happen then.
Yep, that is good stuff. Jekyll and Hyde, the title track of your latest project. That's the first song we're going to play tonight. You know, that is a famous phrase, and Jekyll and Hyde, I think, has been movies and things, documentaries or whatever. But how'd you come up with this for the title track?
Well, I was riding with my buddy Wes Ship. You know, I met him out in Columbus, Ohio, and we get together once or twice a year, and we'd write a bunch of songs. You know what I mean? And this one I can't really take no credit for. The only thing I wrote on it was the bridge. But it really felt like it encased my whole life, man, because I've been fighting my inner demons for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I'm finally starting to win. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what this song is to me. It's a song about fighting your inner demons and keeping the beast at bay. You know what I mean? Because we all have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. And, you know, the devil on that one shoulder is telling you, do it, do it, do it. And the angel's telling you, don't do it, don't do it. But, you know, it's just kind of where I'm at. And that's why I use it for the title track on this album, is because it kind of encases the whole thing. On this album, you got songs about your inner demons, songs about addiction, songs about love, songs about being a patriot, songs about just anything you could possibly have. Anything I could possibly put a song out about is on this album. I touched every area of my life that meant something to me and had a profound effect on me. And Jekyll and Hyde was a good beginning to a long, long story, I thought.
Yeah. You know, I love that about you guys, because you put your heart and your soul out there in your music, and it's the story of your life. And like I say, it helps you heal, but it's going to help a lot of other folks too.
I pray to God it does, because that's what I'm trying to do with my platform, is help others, man. That's what I'm really trying to do.
There's a great video to this too, Jekyll and Hyde. You guys need to go check it out on YouTube from Wade Jennings. Tell us about shooting that video. That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Gio Gote is a great, great videographer, man. He has a great vision. He's like one of these guys who likes comic books and likes, you know, all these different kinds of movies and stuff. And he's just really artistic when it comes to visuals, man. And me and him work really well together. He'll come up with an idea, and I'll come up with an idea, and then we'll kind of wrestle around on both of them, and then we'll kind of come up with a happy medium until we come up with something we're both happy with. And not only did we make great videos, we created a great friendship between the two of us, and it's just been awesome. I just love creating content with this guy. This is great.
Nothing better than that. Now, most of the artists, and you're one of those that write their own material, do you collaborate, and have you co-written with some other folks too?
Oh, yeah, I co-wrote with a lot of people on this album. I co-wrote with Wes Ship, David Wade, Sam Lowe, Shane Grove, amongst others, man. There's been Justin Johnson. I mean, I used to go about things. I wasn't putting out no music that I didn't write. You know what I mean? Because I figured if I'm an artist, it should be my art. But the thing about it is that when you're creating something, you don't know what anybody else is hearing. You know what I mean? It takes a village to raise a baby. It should take the same to raise a song. You know?
Yeah. You
got to take a bunch of opinions before you know what the real consensus is. Because some people love to eat peanuts, but some people peanuts will kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you gotta really take a consensus on what people feel about the music before you know in your own heart that you've done good. You know, because it ain't all about you. It's all about everybody. Yep. And we gotta figure out where everybody's at and what everybody's gonna enjoy to make that happen.
Well, I think everybody's going to enjoy what we're going to play tonight of yours. I know I enjoyed it tremendously, and you got 3 great songs here, man. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. There's only 8 more to come.
There you go. Absolutely.
9 more.
Yeah, make sure I get my hands on them because I love showcasing the new music, and first doesn't bother me at all, too. I love to get them out on the air first for you.
Oh, you bet, brother. You keep up with Jason. Jason will get them to you, bud.
That sounds amazing. Let me ask you, too, let's give a big shout-out to the recording studio that you used to produce all of these tracks that we're going to play tonight.
I did all my work. A guy named Gary Carter produced this album, and we recorded at Danny Parks' studio at his house. And Danny Parks is the lead guitarist of the Grand Ole Opry. And him and the guys he uses, and we just all have sort of a common sound that sounds good. You know what I mean? So when we got in the studio, first project we did together, we sort of filled each other out. You know what I mean? We did a great job. It was a great project. But this next one we came up with, we went in there and we just banged them out of there, bud.
Wow. I'm
talking about these songs on this album. I'm telling you, I said a huge prayer before we put this album out, before we put this album together. A huge one. I got down on my knees and I talked to God like he was sitting right there, and he was like my best friend. I let him know everything about me, everything, how grateful I am, what I'm looking to do with my life. And I prayed to God that he would help me do this step by step. And I feel it in my heart that he's been with me every step of the way on this project, because everything that could have went right, and everything that could have went wrong didn't.
Man.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, by the grace of God, we put together one great project.
Well,
and I thank God for that every day.
And you got those angels that you mentioned in your corner. You got your dad, your grandma, and those folks are watching over you, and they're going to be loving every minute of it, too.
I sure hope so, man, because I work hard at it. I do.
Absolutely. Man, hard work is always the best thing, and I mention that all the time. I'm looking at 3 minutes and 46 seconds in Jekyll and Hyde, but there's a whole lot more that goes into it than that, isn't there?
A whole lot more. And I got a great team that helps me make it happen, man. My manager, Tammy Carolus, David Wade, my publicist, Jason, Brandon United, absolutely everybody that's in my band. My band is just amazing, and it's just so many moving parts that nobody understands. When you're watching these videos, you're going to see me and you're going to hear me. But you got to know there's a village behind me making this happen, man. That's just all there is to it.
There's so many genres within country music. We've got that Texas red dirt country that you have down there in Texas, and then we got the outlaw country like your daddy made, and there's pop country. There's so many genres within country music. Isn't that a neat thing? I love that, too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's just, I figured we should just stop calling it whatever we call it, just call it art. You know what I mean? Because it's all great, honestly.
Boy, it is. And that's why we call you guys artists, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you can paint a picture in those stories, like your kids, they want to hear a bedtime story before they go to bed, and they get those pictures in their mind. And then next statement you wish them before they go to bed is usually sweet dreams. And that's what they're dreaming of, is those stories that you tell before they go to sleep.
That's the truth right there. There's something to be said about a good old story, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jekyll and Hyde tells one. We're going to play that one, and then we're going to come back and talk some more to Wade Jennings and play 2 more of his songs in just a moment on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
It sure been a long damn time since we chilled like we used to. You got it all together since you left that mess behind. But now and then I'll linger in the corners of your mind. There's not much more than I can say, and if you let me out, there'll be hell to pay. And I'll be damned if you make it out alive. There ain't no use in trying to run from high. You can try your luck, but it's a game you're bound to lose. Two devils on your shoulder trying to tell you what to do. But I'll be right here when your give a damn is gone. We both agree you've kept the beast at bay for way too long. There's not much more that I can say, and if you let me out, there'll be hell to pay. And I'll be damned if you make it out alive. Yeah, there ain't no use in trying to run from high. Can't have the sunshine without the night. On the other side, the wild in your eye. You created me to carry out your dark desire. So when the darkness comes to light, there ain't much more that I can say. If you let me out, there'll be hell to pay. And I'll be damned if you make it out alive. Yeah, there ain't no use in trying to run from high. Yeah, there ain't no use in trying to run from high. Yeah, there ain't no use in trying to run from high.
His name is Wade Jennings. He is live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. You just heard the title track of his current album. It is called Jekyll and Hyde, and that is fantastic. Well done, my friend.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You definitely have that God-given talent of being able to sing. That is for sure.
I do my best, man.
You do, and that's what we call this station. Actually, our tagline is called New Country's Best.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. So
there you go.
I love to be able to say that behind every song that I play, and I can definitely say that about yours. That is no problem there.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
Put in everything we got.
Absolutely. Tell us about the next one we're going to play. It is called One of These Days.
Man, One of These Days is a song about what I want my future to look like. You know what I mean? And, you know, it that picture has changed a lot over the years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, but now it's a really beautiful picture. That's what I want. I want to buy a lot of land. I want to build a house. And I want my kids to come home for Christmas, man. I want to see them playing out in the yard. My grandkids playing out in the yard. I want to plant flowers.
Yep.
I want it to look pretty outside when I walk outside. You know what I mean? Whether it be winter, summer, spring, or fall, I want to either see snow or flowers or just the sound of joyful kids playing in the yard, or, you know, sitting around a table having a good meal with a big family that came from me. You know,
there you go.
That's what I want one of these days.
Now, where is the plans for that house to be? Is it going to be in Nashville, outside of Nashville, or where?
No, it's more likely going to be in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I've grown to love it out here. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. My dad was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yep.
I live right outside of Pittsburgh in a little suburb. It's a nice little neighborhood with kids riding their bike down the street. You know, flowers in the front yard.
Love it.
Just a beautiful place to live, and it's, you know, it does really good for my anxiety.
Yep.
Walk out the door in the morning, drink coffee, and just watch the birds chirp. You know, I love that.
Man, I'll tell you what, me and my wife did for each other a couple of years ago. We built this water feature out of cinder blocks, and then we put fill dirt in it and a bunch of rock and a pond liner in there. And I've got a fountain that we just love to sit out beside and, you know, and talk and visit and drink our coffee and stuff like that. It is so relaxing hearing that running water. So there's an idea for you.
Well, that's the good life, man. That is the good life right there.
Is,
the more
right?
time you could spend smiling and hanging out with the people you love, or just knowing that you're doing something that's bettering the people you love.
Yep.
And living a good life.
Our thing is never take each other for granted and appreciate the small things. That's really what makes a marriage and a relationship and a family work, isn't it? Those day-to-day things.
It really is. It really is. You just got to show each other the appreciation you deserve. You know what I mean? And just love one another. It ain't going to be perfect. You're going to snip at each other every once in a while, but, you know what I mean? As long as you can sit down at the end of the day, have a good meal, and smile at each other, and, you know, come to agreement. And it's all good.
Absolutely.
Where it's supposed to be.
The song that's going to kick off the top of the next hour is called 10-Day Run. Tell us about that one as well.
Okay, 10-Day Run is one rocking country song, man. I love that song so much. I grew up listening to trucking songs. You know what I mean? I grew up, my uncles were truckers. My stepdad was a trucker. I remember riding shotgun with a map scope stretched across the dash.
Yep.
And my stepdad telling me how to do it, filling out logbooks and all this cool stuff and playing on the CB. Trucking was always a big part of my life, man. I always had, like I said, I had an uncle that owned a trucking company. I had another uncle that drove for Mayflower. And my stepdad, he drove for a few different outfits. He mostly hauled cars, but he worked for USA Trucks for a while. And but you know, I'd always ride shotgun, and you know, I just remember all the smells of a truck and the diesel and all that stuff, and I also remember, you know, Mama not being too happy at home waiting for us to get there.
Yeah.
And I always remember, you know, my uncle's wife not being too happy. My uncle's wife actually set his house on fire. So I decided we were going to write a trucking song, and we was going to include a crazy old lady in there. So that's what we did.
There you go. Well, you're setting the country music industry on fire, too. You probably didn't know that, but yeah.
Oh, I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying to see what I can do with it.
You know, my brother is an over-the-road truck driver. He's out of Muskegon, Michigan, and he goes clear to the West Coast and back all the time. So, you know, I appreciate what they do. We all should appreciate that because we don't eat without those folks, do we?
We don't eat. We don't do nothing without them folks. I mean, at my shows, I ask everybody how many truckers we got out there, and there's usually 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing now that most of them are at work. You know what I mean? Most of them are out there hauling goods or hauling cars or hauling gasoline or milk or whatever they're hauling. They're out there hauling butt, you know?
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it.
And
you know, truckers are hard workers.
They like to listen to radio programs like this, and having you on here is going to be a blessing too, because a lot of over-the-road truck drivers have a lot of time on their hands going down the road, and they find these programs. I know there was one I used to listen to. His name was Bill Mack. You probably have heard his radio show. And
I think so.
Yeah, and I used to have a CB handle too. Mine was hunting for bass. I like to bass fish, but I don't care to hunt, so I always said I was hunting for bass.
Well, there you go, man.
Combine the two.
Fishing hole. There you go.
That's right. Speaking of that, what are some of the things that you like to do? That's probably one of them when you're away from the music business.
Yeah, I like to fish a little bit here and there, but most of the time I just spend it with my kids, man. Take them out to the parks and music parks, and I would go to their sports games or dance recitals. Or yeah, I got daughters and sons, so we're always busy doing something with the kids, you know.
Okay.
So I don't really get a whole lot of time for my own leisure activity, but I enjoy hanging out with my kids so much. I guess it is my leisure activity.
There you go. Well, that is awesome. You sound like an awesome dad, and congratulations on all of that. Congratulations on Jekyll and Hyde. It's going to do quite well, and we're sure going to help push it after this interview. We'll be playing your music, my friend.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. Where can folks find Wade Jennings if they want to check out more of your music and your latest releases that are soon to come up? 8 more coming up.
You can find me at www.wayjennings.com. You spell my first name W-H-E-Y.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird name, but it's mine, and I earned it.
Okay,
you know?
There you go.
But and you can find me at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, just about anything, YouTube. You can pre-order my album on iTunes. Anything else? I mean, you look hard enough. You look just a little bit, you're gonna find me. I'm the only way out there.
There you go. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time again tonight, and hopefully we can do this radio interview again in the near future. If you want to come back and promote something that you want to push to radio, and I love doing that for the folks, and you included. It has been a pleasure getting to talk to you tonight.
Well, thank you so much, brother. I hope to see you again, man. It's gonna be
Absolutely. Cool. His name is Wade Jennings. This is called One of These Days. It is on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
One of these days I'm gonna sing my way back home. One of these days I'm gonna lose this urge to roam. One of these days, yeah, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna put me down some roots, plant some pretty flowers in these beat up boots. One of these days, yeah, one of these days. One of these days, my ways are gonna change, and I'll stay, you'll see. One of these days I'm gonna buy a lot of land, build a big old house with my own two hands. One of these days, yeah, one of these days. One of these days all my kids will have kids. They'll all come home for Christmas and we'll sit and reminisce. One of these days, yeah, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna do the family thing, yeah, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna do the right thing, yeah, one of these days.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Tank is almost empty, and this is my last load. I'm counting down the minutes till I get to go back home. It's been 10 long days of working while she sits at home all alone. I got 7 days of loving, and these 18 wheels are burning up the road. The stars are bright above me, and I'm howling at the moon. Babe, I hope to be there by tomorrow afternoon. I know that you hate waiting, but this truck is doing all it can do. And with any luck tomorrow, I'll be spending supper time with you. It's been 10 days on the road, I'm trying to get back home. My baby's sitting on the couch blowing up my phone. I know that she ain't happy, I'm pretty sure never please her man. She's taking me for granted, Lord, please help me understand. It was 10 days on the road before I got back home. She set fire to the couch along with most my clothes. I knew she was crazy, but who expected this? Everything was torn apart, soaking wet and sin. I didn't make it home before it all went up in flames. So I put my truck back into gear and I just drove away. Good riddance, woman. Don't you come back round here no more, yeah?
His name is Wade Jennings. He is the grandson of the late, great Waylon Jennings. That song is called 10-Day Run, the third one in this triple play tonight, and I wish him a great week ahead and a great weekend, and thanks for doing the program tonight. It was sure a pleasure having you on the show. Wade Jennings, ladies and gentlemen, W-H-E-Y. Go check him out, like him on social media, tell him you heard his songs on the Tim Kelly Show, and he's got 8 or 9 more getting ready to bust out, and we'll be playing his songs for a while. Thank you for the interview tonight. It was great. We want to welcome you to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show. We are live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, live on our website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Just push play on that Radio Boss player. That is the first one. You just scroll down the home page just a little bit. And we are also on our Facebook Live right now, and got lots of people I'm chatting with there. I was told by a gentleman during that interview that there need to be more people like me doing what I do. Well, I'll tell you what, let's let Waylon have the 6 kids. I'm one and done with that, all right? But I appreciate that, and we love you right back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that as well. Jason Black is going to kick off hour number 2 of the show. I've interviewed him in the past, and he's got 3 great songs we're getting ready to play right now. The first one is called Here I Go Again on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
It's been a while since I've been out on this town. I don't recognize any faces in this crowd, and so I'm glad that you walked in and broke the ice. 'Cause I was scared to death and trying to hide. I don't wanna fall in love tonight, but something in your eyes tells me maybe I just might. I don't wanna break this heart, but baby I know all the signs, and this is how it is when it begins. Oh, heaven help me, here I go again. Yeah, I used to come here, I used to know my name, but that was years ago. Everything has changed except the way I felt when you walked in. I felt this way before and swore never again. I don't wanna fall in love tonight, something in your eyes tells me maybe I just might. I don't wanna break this heart, but baby I know all the signs, and this is how it is when it begins. Oh, heaven help me, here I go again. We live, we love, we fall, we break, lose the strength to even try, but life somehow it has a way, and even broken hearts survive. I don't wanna fall in love tonight, but something in your eyes tells me maybe I just might. I don't wanna break this heart, but baby I know all the signs. And this is how it is when it begins. Oh, heaven help me, here I go again. Here I go again. No, I don't wanna break this heart, but baby I know all the signs. This is how it is when it begins. Oh, heaven help me, here I go again.
Song number 2.
I pulled off the interstate at exit 42, 11 miles of dirt road between where I was and you. That light was on the dashboard, and that needle past the E, and the nearest filling station up at exit 43. But I pressed on, I couldn't wait to get home. 10 miles too empty, when you know that you can't wait. You think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away, 10 miles too empty. I passed by that open pasture where you taught me how to drive. That pond by Mrs. Wilson's barn, we would fish all night. So many little memories on such a little stretch of road. They mean more now to me than I'll ever let you know. Maybe tonight, if I get there in time. 10 miles too empty, when you know that you can't wait. You think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away. And I felt that engine sputter as I coasted in the drive. Heard my mama calling from the porch for me to run inside. And I stood there at your bedside and held on to your hand, whispered, Dad, I love you, as you took your final breath. I'm so glad I could be there for the last. And I thank God that I never stopped for it. 10 miles too empty, when you know that you can't wait. Think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away, 10 miles too empty.
His name, once again, is Jason Black. That is called 10 Miles to Empty. And before that, another great song from Jason called Here I Go Again. Well, Here I Go Again, kicking off hour number 2 of the show. We've got another great radio interview tonight. Terry Knight, rather, from the great state of Texas is going to join us here at the bottom half of this hour. And I look forward to talking to her. You're going to enjoy that interview as well. And this is pretty cool. You get the words to the songs across the screen on Facebook Live. You're hearing the music, and I'm seeing who's tuned in, and I'm getting to tag the artist as their song is playing on the radio too, because I'm friends with them, most of them, that is. Out of 4,000 plus friends, I ought to have at least 500 or 600 people in here. So if you see me on TV here on Facebook Live, tell a friend if they love country music. That is for sure. We got it going on tonight. The third one in the triple play for Jason Black, it is called I Don't Want to Move, and you shouldn't. We got lots more coming up on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Hold my hand a little longer. I'm not ready to let go. Let me stay and grow a little stronger before I try this on my own. My heart is aching and my steps unsure. But till I wake it doesn't matter anymore. So I don't want to move, I just want to stay here inside this room, holding you this way. 'Cause right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. Let me hide a little longer from this loneliness inside. Save me from another morning where all I long for is the night. I know I promised I would be alright, and with my eyes closed it doesn't feel like I lied. So I don't want to move, I just want to stay here inside this room, holding you this way. 'Cause right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. I know that I must say goodbye, wake up and move on with my life. But please forgive me if I take my time. 'Cause I don't want to move, I just want to stay here inside this room, holding you this way. 'Cause right here in my dreams, it's right where I belong. It's the only place it seems like you're not really gone. It's better than the truth, 'cause living without you is more than I can do. So I don't want to move.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's Country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Song number 2.
All-American honey, I can be his heart of gold. I ain't after his money. I could be his best bet, and that she ain't made yet. I could be his go-to, but I'm a little old school. If he treats me like his number one, not just a notch on his gun, I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to his Johnny. I won't be somebody's nobody. He don't have to get ink, a red heart with my name, but I don't mind a little kissing at a red light on Main. If his eyes don't go walking, and he listens when I'm talking, he could be an option that just might be worth watching. He treats me like it's number one, not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party. If I'm the only girl on his mind, he knows how to walk the line. I'll be the June to his Johnny. I won't be somebody's nobody. Every king should treat you like a queen. If you don't, then break it off clean.
Like it's number one, not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party.
If I'm the only girl on his mind, and he knows how to walk the line, I'll be the June to his Johnny. He treats me like it's number one, not just a notch on his gun. I like what he's bringing to the party. I'm the only girl on his mind, knows how to walk the line. I'll be the June to his Johnny. I won't be somebody's nobody. No, I won't be somebody's nobody. Never gonna be anybody's nobody.
Her name is Sydney Hansen. She is my good friend from Nashville, Tennessee. That is called Somebody's Nobody. And before that, another great song called Fallen. I'll have one more here in just a moment. But I want to say that Kent Wells, who produces the great Dolly Parton, also produces my good friend Sydney Hansen. There are some great people in her corner, and she is super, super talented. Congratulations on all the great music on this triple play for Sydney Hansen. And I got to tag her in the post as well, and her music page. So go follow Sydney Hansen Music all over social media. Well, I'm going to have another great radio interview after this next song. Miss Terry Knight is going to join me on the program. You're going to get to hear the stories behind her songs, and she's in radio too. We'll talk about all that and a whole lot more after one more from Sydney Hansen. This is called You or the Whiskey on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
We were 2 drinks in when our lips first met. In the rush I felt hasn't left me yet. It's all a blur, then again it's not. So the only question that I've got is, was it you or the whiskey? 'Cause boy, since you kissed me, I've been floating on the next little high. Is it your loving that's got me buzzing? Or was the bourbon messing with my mind? My heart's feeling tipsy. Was it you or the whiskey? Are you feeling the same? Are you dazed and confused? since you kissed me, I've been floating on the next level high. Is it your loving that's got me buzzing? Or was the burden messing with my mind? My heart's feeling tipsy. My heart's feeling tipsy. Was it you or the whiskey? Oh, was it you or the whiskey?
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. We are live tonight on this Triple Play Thursday edition of the show, and we have a special guest by the name of Terry Knight with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great.
Doing fantastic. Terry Knight from Texas, too, by the way. Abilene, Texas.
Oh, yes, indeed. I've been here a long time.
Awesome. I've been in Branson quite a while now, too. It's great to have you on the program, and we've been having a good time talking off the air, but now it's time to do this thing, and so we're glad to have you on and get to play some of your music tonight as well.
Well, I'm excited for that. I really appreciate you playing my music.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about you're in radio, too, so that is awesome.
I am.
The Wolf, 107.1 out of Colorado City, Texas. I didn't know there was a Colorado City until I looked that up.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's right off the interstate. I mean, it's, going out towards West Texas.
Uh-huh. And you,
cool little town.
Yeah, you were born in Lubbock, Texas. I've been out there. I was telling you back in 2008, I was out there for 3 months doing a construction job out there. So.
Yeah, and I love it, but I like Abilene. Abilene has trees.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, it was flat out there and lots of sand and dust.
Very flat, yeah.
Yeah.
Very flat.
Just 12 years old, you taught yourself to play the guitar and write music. That is amazing.
Yes, I did. In fact, my mother got me my first electric guitar, and I have a picture of it on one of my album covers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wearing little cat-eye glasses because I was 13 years old when I had my first band. And But she bought me the first guitar, and every day after school I would run in. I had a little chord book, and I taught myself to play.
That is awesome. Now, you were on a television show called Idaho Down. Was that in Idaho?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I lived in Idaho. I lived in the Northwest for quite a few years, probably during my childhood, and came back. But yeah, it was called Idaho Down, and I will never forget, I went to audition for this show. My mom took me everywhere. I was like this child prodigy, one of these people that your mom drags you around to all the musical things. And so she took me to this show. I don't even know how she got in, but they auditioned me during the commercial. I was watching everything. And then he goes, "We're going to put you on right after the commercial." And I'm like, "What?" And so I said, "Okay." So I got up there with my guitar. I had musicians with me. They turned them all off so his band could play. And I played the Green, Green Grass of Home. That was the first song that I did on air like that.
I love that song. Because of this interview, I go back and I start researching that, and I think Porter Wagner did it originally. I'm not sure, but I saw his rendition of it. Dean Martin did it. I think Eddie Arnold did it. A bunch of them did it, but I love that song.
I still do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In my live shows, it's kind of like a nostalgia thing for me.
Yep. And I saw you have a love of that kind of music, too, the classics. And I started here a while back this classic country radio station because of all the great classic country music that is out there. So it's just, I was telling you off the air, that 90s country, and hard to believe it's been 25, almost 30 years ago that started. That's the timeless music that I grew up listening to. And now I'm interviewing artists that were born in the 90s, and that influenced them, too. It's just crazy.
I know. And, if you look at how music has changed over the years, but people still gravitate towards the 90s, in the 80s. And because it was like a true form of country. And, a lot of people still love that. And I do a lot of that in my live shows.
Yeah.
And, and people just, they love it. I love the new stuff too, but you really have to go to your roots sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a classic rock genre background too. You love a little bit of everything like me. You got Americana, you got country, classic rock, and that kind of good stuff going on too.
Yes, I got into classic rock because they had needed a on-air personality for this station, and actually it was a Cumulus station.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, I started out doing a morning show. Well, I'm not a morning person. And I decided real quick that wasn't for me. But I kept listening to the classic rock going, that is, because a lot of people that listen to traditional country or any country, they also listen to classic rock. And so it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was, I had one ear in that studio, and finally they put me in there doing afternoons. So I was, my air name is the Queen.
Uh-huh.
And so I was the Queen in the afternoons on Classic Rock 102, The Bear.
There you go. Well,
I did it for 11 years. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. At what point did radio interest you? Because I'll tell you my story real quick. Is about in my 20s when I lived in California. I started listening to Rick Dees back then, and Jay Thomas was on Power 106. If you don't know who Jay Thomas was, he played Carla's husband in Cheers, and he used to be on David Letterman all the time. He has since passed away, but and then the great Casey Kasem doing his American Top 40 Countdown.
Yeah.
And then I met my first wife from Oklahoma, and she was listening to country music, and everybody down there in Oklahoma. It was real close to Sherman, Texas, about an hour north of Sherman. And so that 90s country is what I started listening to. And the guys from Oklahoma mainly, like Garth Brooks and Toby Keith, and later on, a little bit later on, Blake Shelton, that's what really made me want to do country radio.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was, and of course I grew up playing country and all the traditional artists and all of that stuff. And, the first radio job I had was at this easy listening station.
Uh-huh.
And I think I was maybe 16.
Wow.
Something like that. And they had reel-to-reel tapes on the wall.
Yeah.
It was one of these older stations. And they said, well, all you need to do is just tell the time. So that's all I did. I